In this episode of the car project, I'm going to be repairing the rear bumper on the Subaru. As you can see here, one of the last owners of this car has reversed into something, and they've just filled it up with fillets, and it looks pretty crappy, so I'm going to be repairing it today. First thing we've got to do is take off the mud flaps. So there's 2 screws right here and then a bolt at the back. So just got to do this. Now I've got to get off this nut back here, which is the last thing holding on the mud flap. So just undo this bolt at the back of it. And should come off. There we go. Now the mud flap's off. I got the mud flaps off. I've got to undo some bolts and stuff to get off the thing. So there's a bolt right there, and then there's a clip over here. So once I get all them off, we'll be all good to go. Clips that hold on the bumper bar, and you need one of these tools right here, and you just get the front of them, and there's 2 little like gaps right there that you clamp it onto, and then you can do it like that. So I just put you down and show you. So just got to get this right up into there like that and pull down on it like that. It just comes off like that. And there we go. Now that I've got that one out right here, time to get the rest of them out, and then the bumper bar should be coming off. So I've gone around and got out all the clips, and then I've just realised that I've missed a bolt up in here. So I'm just going to have to get that one off, and then we'll be good. So I've just gone to take the bumper bar off and realised that you've got to take off the bumper bar reinforcements, which are these nuts right here on both sides. So I'm using rattle gun, and we'll take them off right now. So I've got the bumper bar off, which is over here. To get it off, there was another bolt that was sitting down in there that was hard to get to. But now I've got the bumper bar reinforcement here and the bumper bar here, so I just got to undo these clips right here. Now I can get rid of the reinforcement, and then we'll be sanding it. So the reflectors are out of the rear bumper, and now it's time to sand it. You can see here it's very uneven, and they've used a grinder, so I'm gonna get it back to that colour right there, all the way over, and then I'll be good. So right now I'm sending back the whole bumper back to just the bare plastic, and that will just so the paint will stick, the new paint job that I do on it. Right here we're filing the bumper bar, and you do this because it will reveal any low spots in the body so you can repair them. Right here we're using a heat gun to heat up the plastic, so then you can push it up to get it to the right shape. After filing and repairing, you sand it with 180, then 240, then 320, and this is so you get a nice smooth feel on the plastic. Right here in the plastic there was a low spot where some damage is. So we're just putting some plastic filler in there to smoothen that all out so it'll be nice and neat. Sanding down where the filler is with some 180 just to so it's all smooth and level. Now that I've sanded the filler and it's all smooth, I'm going to be sanding some of like the smaller spots that were missed to just so the paint sticks better to it. The spots that I'm going to be sanding are like in here, the like bolt where the bolts like attached to the body and stuff. I'm going to be sanding in there just with a bit of 180 and just like small tiny gaps like along here. Right here is not too bad, but some spots like up here have been missed, and like down in there, like that little spot down in here, that might need a little bit more sanding. So I'll just do all that kind of stuff to it. So yeah. So the rear bar's in the booth ready for priming. This side just had to be sanded back a little bit more, and there was a few other spots here and stuff that needed a bit of filler, and right there and up here. Right here, I'm having a go at putting on a coat of primer. After this, we did another 2 coats on. Now that it's been primed, a guide coat has been put on, and we've got to wet rub that away so it's looking like this, just primer and all nice and smooth. Now in the booth, ready for painting. Also, I've got the mud flaps and the reflectors in here to painting. I had to send this one back to bare plastic because there was a few cracks in the paint job, but this other one was fine. So now we're on to painting. Right here, the first coat of paint is going on to the rear bar. This is the third coat of paint going on the rear bar. Now for the clear coat to go on. Two coats of clear ended up getting put on, but now that the bumper bar is all painted, it looks amazing. Now we're going to be putting together the bumper bar and putting it onto the bumper bar reinforcement so we can fit it to the car. Now we're going to be putting in the clips. So to do that, you lift the bar up to the right height, push that in, and then push the top in. Can't get it there. Now the bumper bar's attached to the reinforcement with all the clips along there. bolts are in place, I can start tightening up the bolts which hold it on. Now we're going to be putting on all the clips and stuff like that goes right there. I already put a clip in there, and then like the bolts that sit up in there and over here. So I've got the tow bar on, I've put on all the bolts. Now it's time to do the mud flaps. Thank you guys for watching this video on where I repaired my rear bumper.